folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm back in the old metal workshop. Today's little offering is going to be a tool rest which I can use for hollowing out. It's an extended tool rest, but on my lathe the banjo doesn't go fully across, so that the central pillar support won't go into the centre of the lathe bed, which means that hollowing narrow items, vases, tankards, whatever, I need to make a cranked tool rest so that that can go straight down the centre of whatever it is I'm hollowing out. So that's what we're going to be doing today, well, giving it a go anyway. So I've got a bit of half round offcut from a tube, which will do for the main body. I'm going to cut it at 45 degrees, bend it round to give me the crank I need. Weld it all together, put a top on it and a pillar so it'll fit in the tool rest. That's the plan anyway. See how it goes. I need to cut that at 45 degrees. Decide how long it's going to be really, I suppose. We'll go at 8 inches ish. Right, first thing to do is chop that angle out there and bend it round. Oh. Spin that round, see what happens. There we go. There we go, superb. Right, the chuck's there, banjo here. Now what we need to do is lop that off at about, let's go for 8 inches, and we'll chop that off there. And I think we'll come back here, let's go for 3. Thing to do now is make sure which it's not at the moment, is to make sure that it's flat all the way around. And to do that I need to find a nice flat surface, which in here is going to be like rocking horse what's name, but I do have something that might do the job. What we'll do, we'll get that down there, get a bit of chalk, and basically those chalk lines there, where it's got to be cut to make it flat and level. Okay. What we need to do now is get a piece of plate . I'll try that again without all this on. What we need to do now is get a piece of plate to go over the top of that to create the flat rest. Alright, I found a little bit of 3mm. I'll mark the shape out of that, cut it out, and that can be welded on. I need a bit of 1 inch. I've only got tube unfortunately, so that's what it's going to have to be. I'll get all that ground off first, flat. There we go, there you can see it. Wonderful. Right, get back to it in a minute. Now that's cooled down, I'm just going to give it a grind off, flat off the top, and just run it into the sides. And that'll be ready for finishing off. Right, there we go. All in there. Like that. There we have it, one hot cranked deep hollowing rest. Anything left to do now is get it back over to the workshop, give it a bit of a sand off and squirt some paint on it. While I'm here at the lathe, I'll do a quick visual explanation of why I made a cranked tool rest for deep hollowing, and I shall show you that now. Move that out of the way. This is a normal deep hollowing rest which I made a few months ago. And as you can see, the centre of the banjo doesn't go to the centre of the bedways. So when you're trying to do a shallow vase or a shallow beaker or whatever, if it's within sort of a couple of inches, like a goblet or something like that, you're way outside the centre of the chuck, which on bigger items it doesn't really matter, or on big bowls or whatever, because it can slide over and move round. So what I've done is made a new one, and it's cranked like so. Probably a bit too much of a crank actually, but with that I can get that right into the middle. Which allows me to do quite narrow items. So there you have it. That's the reason why I can get in. I know that's quite wide, but if I'm turning anything smaller than that, then do it by hand. But the depth of that is 8 inches using the Beast. I reckon I can probably get 10 to 12 inches on that rest, which is more than enough for what I want to do, I think. And if it isn't, we'll make another one. But that's the reason why.